Kurt let go late one afternoon. It was too soon. There was no moon. Too soon. And I can see you over there, making love to your beer in your easy chair, watching war live. Hell, you don't care. You're not over there.
Okay, so here it is. Things you probably didn't know about John in Sandusky. First of all, I want to preface this whole thing by saying if I say anything here that offends anyone or makes you feel bad, that is not the goal. I'm just trying to tell you who I was in Sandusky that you may have missed. I've been working the last few years to get rid of any fake identity that I may create about myself. I want to be able to see who I am for real, and I want others to see the real me. So I'm going to reveal a few secrets here. The secret I'm going to reveal at the end of this video are the two crushes I had that I never, and I mean never, I have never told anyone about them. This will be the big reveal. 36 years, yeah, I'd say 36, 35 years from the date of origin. So I moved to Sandusky for 7th grade. What a lot of people don't know is that prior to moving to Sandusky, I had been in at least 5 different school systems. We moved a lot before Sandusky. So I was always the new kid. Came into Sandusky, it was no different. I think I remember a rumor that I had been brought in to protect Gooch, Tom Gerstenberger. I think someone even asked me that in the lunch line one day. I don't know if any of you remember it, but I think almost everyone, if not everyone, knew each other. You all had your social status figured out. Everyone knew where they belonged, except for me. And we would play what is now politically incorrect, but we would play Smear the Queer during recess. The ball would inevitably get fed to me, and it would end up being a brawl, basically me against everybody. I think when it finally got far enough out of hand, it was Pat Krieger and I who got sent to the office. Out of everybody who was fighting on the playground, they picked out 2, and it was me and Pat Krieger. And we got in trouble. When I would go home on those days after we'd done that, and I was a participant, I could have avoided it, so I want to make sure we're clear on that. I would get in so much trouble because I was always the new kid, I was always fighting, so in the 7th grade at Sandusky, I would go home knowing I was going to get in trouble for being in fights, and I did every time. In 8th grade, I kissed Lucy Teets. I thought I was so cool. Oh, Lucy, if you're watching this, I thought I was so cool. When Lucy walked into school in 9th grade, after that summer where I hadn't seen her, I don't know if anyone else had. I hadn't seen her all summer. I was devastated by how beautiful she was. I don't know what all had happened between 8th and 9th grade. She went from being a cool chick that I found to be awesome and I got to kiss, to being this devastating beauty. I don't think I've ever told her, so Lucy, if you're watching, you were devastatingly beautiful. And I'm sure you still are. There were 2 guys that, over my time at Sandusky, you really impacted me in a way that you've got to be unaware of. There's no way you could have known.
See what's going on in your small town. Hell, it might be going down. Bring it up from the ground. But don't go too soon. Don't go too soon. Don't go too soon. Wait for the moon.
The first was Steve Ball. So Steve, if you're watching, I want to say you impressed me and impacted my life in a matter that I only remember you giving me a hard time twice in the entire time I was at Sandusky, and both times I deserved it. The rest of the time you kind of just ignored me, or you were never negative to me, which was a big deal. So thank you, Steve. The second person was Brad Gross. It's hard to describe why. You never seemed to say much of anything to me. You might have made fun of me behind my back, I have no idea, but you never said much to me, but the things you did say were encouraging. And there were only a couple times throughout our entire 6 years that we were there. That stuck with me as well. I was thinking about a couple other things. I don't know if everyone remembers, I think it was our junior year, when we had a bad call on a pep rally. And so then we didn't participate. Most of us just held up four fingers. We take fourth. I loved that. I love the fact that it showed that we as a class were different and we were our own thing. That was a beautiful moment for me. I think it's got to be our senior year, because I think it was a government class. Deanna Hall, which, by the way, I'm using maiden names. I don't do that out of any disrespect, but I know you all by your maiden names. I hope that's not an issue. But Deanna Hall was selling Valentine's Day cards. She asked me if I'd buy one, and I said, yeah, if I can buy it for you. And she said, sure. And I wrote her some very flowery, romantic Valentine's Day card, and it caused her some problems. And I really felt bad about that. And Deanna, if you're watching, I don't know if I ever told you that. I really felt bad that it caused you problems. But I had adored you for a long time, and not necessarily in any possessive way, but I'd always just really thought highly of you from as far back as I could remember. Here we go. The two big crushes I had that I have never told anyone ever. I've never ever admitted this to anyone, so here is the big reveal of my life. From the time I was in 7th grade till we graduated, I don't think she even knows who I am. I just want to make sure you're clear. I don't think now she even knows who I am. But curly hair, Michelle Bowen, I had such a thing for you from the first time I saw you. And I don't think we spoke. I don't think we've ever spoken. That's how good I was at expressing myself. The other person I was certain hated me after the first year and hated me all the way through high school. And that's Linda Wedge. I had a big thing for Linda all the way up till we graduated. And it was funny because we ended up by each other at graduation. And I just had to chuckle because I was sure, Linda, if you're watching, I was just sure you hated me. Absolutely hated me. And I wasn't sure why. But it's kind of funny because I really didn't need a justification for you to hate me. I just assumed you did. So that's my big reveal. I do want to say that if I did anything or said anything in high school that has ever hurt you or offended you, I really hope you'll just take it the same way I've taken anything that at the time seemed like a terrible thing, which is we were kids and we didn't know what we were doing. I hope you all are living a fabulous life. I honestly hope that. If you're ever in the Dayton area or Cincinnati area, please reach out to me. We can have a beer or a cup of coffee or just get a meal. I would love to talk to any one of you at any time. I just think it'd be great. And hopefully I will see you at the next reunion. Rock on.
Wait for the